WrestleMania 41 is just around the corner. Without a doubt, the biggest match on the show is the highly anticipated Cody Rhodes vs John Cena match for the WWE title. The match is set to headline night 2 of the show, and all eyes are on the match, especially after Cena's shocking heel turn at 2025 Elimination Chamber. But with now fans split on whether or not Cena will walk out of WrestleMania 41 as WWE Champion, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that Cena will ultimately fail on the grand stage, and WrestleMania 41 will close out with the American Nightmare standing tall. But why? Here's why John Cena will lose at WrestleMania 41. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. The heel turn. A lot of the discourse surrounding the heel turn has focused on whether or not the turn was a long-term plan. Some reports indicated that the plan initially was for Cena to turn heel at WrestleMania 41, yet WWE decided to pivot and go with the turn at Elimination Chamber. Whatever the case, the build to Rhodes vs Cena has felt extremely flat, and this is mainly due to Cena's poor justification for turning heel. Cena is claiming that the fans have always hated him and that this was his revenge, but in reality, it's been a long time since Cena was heavily booed by the audience. In actuality, the past few years have seen pro-Cena crowds, with all demographics heavily cheering for the former WWE champion. Was this just lazy writing? Were WWE struggling to find a justifiable reason for Cena's heel turn? Cena would also claim that he's going to ruin wrestling by winning the WWE title at WrestleMania 41, and the idea of this on paper sounds groundbreaking, but it does paint the idea that Cena won't win at WrestleMania. A wrestler with the goal of ruining the business closing out WrestleMania as champion would be an interesting move for WWE to make, especially having that chosen wrestler defeat the current face of the company. But another key factor in all of this is The Rock. The Rock was heavily involved in the Cena turn, yet he has yet to appear on TV since the Chamber. The Rock was also completely retconned from the initial turn, and it was only until Raw from London that he was even mentioned. It's a little confusing as a viewer, and it could certainly be argued that The Rock wasn't even needed for the heel turn to go down. Now, there is still time for The Rock to appear on screen, and it will be interesting to see what he could possibly add to the story arc. Now, if the final boss does appear, he needs to address the relationship between him and Cena. What does selling your soul actually mean? How far in advance were he and Cena in cahoots? These questions and their answers will help round out the entire storyline, and in turn make the entire arc complete as we roll into WrestleMania. But the Raw from London show managed to build a feud in a much more impactful manner, with Cena and Rhodes having a back and forth mentioning taboo topics, including the downfall of WWE's popularity in the 2000s, Vince McMahon, and even Tony Khan. But even though Rhodes stood tall during the exchange, based on some of the comments that Cena was making, it would be somewhat backwards booking for Rhodes to now lose the matchup. The acclaimed promo segment from London acted as the prior face of the company versus the current face of WWE, and it was very much presented as a new era within the segment itself, with Rhodes addressing how the crowd picked him as a face of WWE, whereas Cena was simply awarded the prestigious title by WWE management in 2005. Some fans have theorized that the WWE will take the Rock vs Cena approach from WrestleMania 28 by having the prior face of the company win before the present face wins the rematch. Whilst this is a possible approach, Cena isn't wrestling into 2026, so unless the rematch goes down at SummerSlam or another significant event, then this seems to be off the table, and Rhodes vs Cena at WrestleMania will be a one-time deal. The major giveaway. A SmackDown from London's O2 Arena saw Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton embark in an incredibly wholesome segment. Anytime the former Legacy stablemates share the screen, there's palpable chemistry, and their real-life friendship is always apparent. In the segment, Orton would put Rhodes over as the face of WWE before shifting gears and saying that he was coming for the WWE title following WrestleMania 41. This segment would have worked extremely well, that's if it didn't take place weeks before WrestleMania. WWE are already moving forward with the idea of Cena losing at WrestleMania, and they're already planting the seeds for the rest of 2025. This segment would then be taken to the next level when the dastardly Drew McIntyre would interrupt. Unsurprisingly, McIntyre would also state that he's coming for the WWE title, and it appears that the WWE's two big programs set for the rest of 2025 are now Orton vs Rhodes and McIntyre vs Rhodes. The former of the two were once rumored to be the direction WWE were going for WrestleMania 41, but obviously that never occurred. Whilst the segment itself was expertly delivered, The criticism fans are offering the segment has a ton of validity. WWE basically told the audience that Cena wasn't winning at WrestleMania, as it would make zero sense to build two new programs if they weren't going to deliver them following Mania. Additionally, the segment highlighted the main issue with the WrestleMania build. Cena needs to be present on television whenever Rhodes is on screen. Rhodes is a marvel of a pro wrestler, and in the sense he's been established as this guy that can build WrestleMania events by himself, but the reality is he shouldn't have to. These are the most important shows of 2025, and Cena needed to be on as many as possible. The inevitable. And there's no way that arguably WWE's biggest babyface of all time retires as a heel, right? Whilst it's going to take solid writing and compelling delivery, a babyface turn does seem like a certainty before 2025 is over. Cena riding off into the sunset as a heel and being booed doesn't seem appropriate. But how exactly do WWE handle this? Does Cena realize the error of his ways and realize that the fans have always loved him, and the fans that previously hated him come to love him thanks to his work ethic? This could be a solid way to take the story. The likely direction is that the WWE and Cena explained that he was poisoned by The Rock and the final boss got in his head. Once babyfaces such as Rhodes and Orton made Cena realize the error of his ways, Cena knew that it was all The Rock's fault, and Cena turning on The Rock would receive a thunderous pop and the fans would just eat it up. So if Cena loses at WrestleMania 41, does he still win world title number 17? Absolutely. As Cena winning the world title as a babyface following a complete character arc would be incredibly satisfying. Cena could even win the world title in his final match, and Cena saying goodbye whilst at the top of the world would be a fitting end to the career of a certified legend. The idea of Cena retiring as world champion would also act as a soft reset for WWE. They could then build a storyline around a new world champion, and with Cena's last scheduled date set for December 2025, they could even have the 2026 Royal Rumble for the vacant world title. This could work extremely well, especially with the 2026 Rumble being in Saudi and there being rumors of WWE taking a different approach with the event. The question is, who is a world champion by the time Cena wins the title? Logically, Cena should win it from a top heel. Does Gunther get the world title back and WWE delivers Cena vs Gunther in December? This is also a great option, as it may sound hyperbolic, but there's perhaps nobody on the roster in 2025 that could give Cena a better match than Gunther. This was also a rumored match for WrestleMania 41, and some fans believe that this was the plan for the show. That was until WWE decided to go with Cena as a heel and have Jey Uso win the 2025 Rumble. But could WWE pivot? Whatever WWE have planned, it seems unlikely at this stage that WWE's former franchise guy will walk out of WrestleMania 41 as WWE Champion. Naturally, due to WWE having no reservations regarding pivots when it comes to their booking, they could easily change their mind over the next few weeks. Cena walking out of Night 2 as champion would be newsworthy, but where did the WWE even go after that? Does Rhodes chase Cena to get the title back? We know that Cena is working Backlash 2025, but we don't know about any subsequent premium live events. If Cena wins, he needs to appear a lot more on television, as the entire arc and the win would be completely pointless. WWE don't want to go back into the state of play where Rhodes is the face of the company without a WWE title around his waist. Ultimately, all signs indicate that Cena is adding another loss to his win-loss record at WrestleMania 41, and as things stand, this is probably the most sensible call WWE could possibly make. What do you guys think? Is Cena walking out as WWE Champion at WrestleMania 41? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.